General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks from January 20th to January 31st reveal that Joe's identity is finally confirmed, revealing that he is the child that Brooke Lynn once painfully gave up for adoption. This truth has shaken the family, especially Lois, who has kept Joe's connection a secret until now. With a protective instinct towards her daughter, Lois believes she made the right decision to shield Brooke Lynn from unnecessary harm. However, when the truth is revealed, Lois realizes that not only Brooke Lynn, but also Tracy, are questioning her decisions. While Lois tries to navigate the situation carefully, things only seem to become more complicated. Tracy, always blunt and unafraid of confrontation, criticizes Lois for hiding the truth for so long. She believes that this action harmed the family's chances of reconciling with Gio from the beginning. Meanwhile, Brooke Lynn also cannot agree with Lois, feeling that her freedom to choose and face the truth has been taken from her. Brooke Lynn, with conflicting emotions about her previous decision to give up Gio for adoption, becomes even angrier as Lois seems to have controlled the story rather than letting her make her own decisions. The argument between the 3 generations of the Quartermaine family quickly escalates into a full-blown family crisis. Lois, though always confident in her actions, begins to feel immense pressure as she is isolated between both sides. Not only does she have to face personal pain from being doubted by her loved ones, but she also has to consider how to heal the increasingly fractured family. New mysteries also arise, making Lois wonder what decision will be best to protect both Gio and Brooke Lynn from further harm. The disagreements between Lois, Tracy, and Brooke Lynn not only create a rift in the family but also pose a greater threat. Criticisms, anger, and feelings of betrayal are slowly eroding the already fragile relationships between them. Each person believes they are doing what is right, but it is their stubbornness and lack of empathy that are making things harder to resolve than ever. If Lois cannot find a way to control the situation and ease the tensions, this family may face even more damage, greater than anything they have ever experienced. Will Lois prove that her decision was in the best interest of everyone? Or will the emotional explosion within the family lead to unforeseen consequences? The answer is still uncertain, but clearly, these rifts will leave a deep mark on every member of the Quartermaine family. Michael decides to go to Germany for treatment of his severe burns, hoping the top-tier medical facility will provide him with a chance for a full recovery. However, Michael's departure not only involves physical healing but also opens a new series of tensions within his family, especially between Sonny, Brennan, and Carly. Sonny, always placing Michael and his family first, begins to worry about the arrangements Brennan has made for this trip. He suspects Brennan's true motives and feels threatened by the increasingly close relationship between Carly and Brennan. Meanwhile, Brennan takes the opportunity to comfort Carly, but his approach only makes Sonny more suspicious and tense. Carly, caught between the 2 men, cannot escape the growing stress. While she focuses on supporting Michael before he leaves, the pressure from the surrounding conflicts is becoming unbearable. Carly knows that any decision she makes at this moment could have long-term consequences, not only for her relationship with Sonny but also for her family. Brennan, with his confidence, seems to be trying to prove that he is someone Carly can rely on. However, his strong presence is only making Sonny feel more out of control. The back and forth between the 2 men is escalating, creating a suffocating atmosphere. Sonny, a man who is not easily willing to let anyone intervene in his family, risks pushing this conflict to a boiling point. Meanwhile, Michael's departure leaves a huge void in the Corinthos family. This not only tests Sonny and Brennan's patience but also places Carly in an even more difficult position. Questions about loyalty, love, and sacrifice are slowly becoming the focus of this complicated love triangle. Will Sonny and Brennan cool down the tension to put family first, or will this story lead to unavoidable explosions, threatening the future of everyone involved? Jason is ready to take on the mission Michael entrusted to him before he leaves for Germany. This mission is not just about protection but also involves caring for and supporting Sasha during her difficult time. Sasha, who is pregnant and facing the pain from her past, now sees Jason as the only one who can provide her with safety and stability. The relationship between Jason and Sasha, built on trust and responsibility, gradually develops in unexpected ways. The 2 begin to spend more time together, sharing personal stories and finding comfort in each other amidst the pressures. Sasha, who is still haunted by past losses and mistakes, finds that Jason understands her in a way no one else can. Meanwhile, Jason also becomes drawn to Sasha's fragility and courage, making it harder for him to maintain the distance he once had. However, this relationship is not just about mutual understanding and support. The growing emotions between them are leading to new tensions. Sasha, who has always identified as a strong but broken woman, begins to develop an emotional dependency on Jason. This causes her internal conflict, as she wants to rely on him but fears losing her independence. On Jason's side, he struggles between his responsibility to Michael and his increasing feelings for Sasha. Delving deeper into this relationship risks putting Jason in difficult situations, especially when it conflicts with his usual priority of placing family and duty above all else. The pressure increases as both realize that their connection is not just temporary, but could lead to something more complicated and dangerous. The emotional explosion between Jason and Sasha will not only affect them but also open new rifts in the relationships around them. Will Jason be able to balance duty and personal feelings, or will this dramatic relationship push them into a whirlwind of uncontrollable consequences? Sasha and Jason stand on the edge of a captivating and crazy story, with buried secrets and emotions slowly surfacing, threatening to change everything forever. Drew plans to take Scout out of Port Charles, a surprising decision that is creating significant upheaval within the family. Believing that starting a new life is the best thing for Scout, Drew is met with strong opposition, especially from Alexis. The tension between Alexis and Drew is escalating, leading to an unavoidable confrontation. Alexis, with her strong protective instincts for her family, cannot bear to see Drew take Scout away from her. Moreover, she realizes that this decision not only affects her relationship with Scout but also disrupts the life that Scout has become accustomed to. As Alexis struggles to keep Scout in Port Charles, she unexpectedly turns to support Jason, who also wants to regain custody of Danny and possibly Scout. Alexis collaborating with Jason, someone she had a complicated past with, makes the situation even more tense. Drew, feeling betrayed, continuously criticizes Alexis for siding with Jason, whom he feels is unfit to care for the children. The battle between them quickly escalates into heated arguments, with each of them believing they are doing what is best for Scout. However, hidden beneath their tough exteriors are feelings of hurt and concern for the child's future. Meanwhile, Jason, caught in this situation, faces increasing pressure. He not only has to prove that he can take on the responsibility of fatherhood, but he also has to confront Drew, a former friend who shared past memories and responsibilities. Alexis supporting him only isolates Drew further, raising tensions to a breaking point. Jason's involvement in this legal battle not only adds complexity but also raises major questions about loyalty and family emotions. The relationships between Drew, Alexis, and Jason are now completely unsettled, with deepening wounds and disagreements. Will Drew be able to stand by his decision and take Scout away, or will the unexpected alliance between Alexis and Jason change the course of events? The battle for custody of Scout and Danny is not just a legal fight, but an emotional confrontation, promising shocks and new eruptions within the Corinthos Quartermain family. Cyrus's crimes are being gradually thwarted, and with the increasing evidence, preventing him from succeeding is becoming a priority in Port Charles. However, the actions of Isaiah and Portia are making things even more complicated and tense than ever. Their involvement is not only throwing the situation into chaos but also opening a series of crazy and dramatic events. Isaiah, with his bold and sometimes reckless personality, decides to act on his own to confront Cyrus. Ignoring all advice to be cautious, he plunges into a dangerous fight. Portia, with her strong protective instincts, feels the need to intervene to control the situation, but her actions inadvertently place both of them at the center of danger. Portia realizes that dealing with Cyrus requires finesse and calculation, but her determination to protect her family sometimes makes it hard for her to keep her composure. The disagreement between Isaiah and Portia over their approach creates internal tension, fracturing their relationship and making everything even harder to control. Isaiah wants to use force to end everything, while Portia emphasizes using the law to expose Cyrus's crimes. This tension is not only affecting Isaiah and Portia but also putting their family in danger as Cyrus begins targeting their weaknesses. The escalating conflict and the new secrets being exposed are making this story more dramatic than ever. Will Isaiah and Portia find common ground to take down Cyrus, or will their disagreements allow him to continue his reign? These emotional developments are pushing the story to its peak, promising explosive moments not to be missed in Port Charles.